All right, this is Brad Herman. And Brad, can you tell me, how did you come to know Christ as Savior?
So I grew up in a Lutheran church, attended with my folks up through 16, 17 years old. Went with them regularly, just to along with mom and dad. That's what I thought was the right thing to do, be an easygoing kid. After I got a little older, I stopped attending with them. Later, met my wife. We got married. We didn't attend a church at that time either. So about 5 years ago, I was on one of my commutes home from work, half-hour drive from work. I had tuned into a Christian radio show, which would be unique for me at that time, not something I would have normally had. And there was a financial guru, Dave Ramsey, was on. So Teresa and I found that interesting. Bought the book, read a little about the book, and then he does a program called Financial Peace University. So we signed up online. There was a church in Dallas Center, Grace Brethren Church, that was hosting that program. So we took the 13-week program with them and met in the pastor's home there at the parsonage. And so through those 13 weeks, they not only worked with us on our Dave Ramsey's financial piece, but encouraged, wanted to know if we had a church home, and encouraged us to come visit their church. So it wasn't until after the program was finished we went to visited the church, and then began attending Grace Brethren Church regularly. After we'd been there a year and a half, there was an altar call at the end of a sermon he had done on salvation, and I accepted Christ at that time. So after church, the pastor and I met in his office and went through some verses in Romans, and went through a booklet on praying that I accept Christ in my life, begin a relationship with Him. So that was when I was saved. And as I wanted to continue to help my family grow and mature, I was ready for a new church home. So that's how we ended up here at Maranatha.
All right, very good, Brad. And so when you said that a message had been preached on salvation and you responded to an invitation, can you tell me then, what do you believe about Jesus Christ, and what did He do to save you?
He died on the cross for us. So going back to growing up in my original church home, whether the gospel message wasn't preached or I wasn't hearing it, I don't know. But I thought all along I was a pretty good person, and that after being exposed to a Bible-believing church, it was apparent to me that being a good person isn't adequate for eternity. So I'm a sinner and needed to be forgiven of those sins, and had to have asked Christ in my heart.
Okay, very good.